If you don't get this right, your sewing project is gonna fail. I know that sounds super dramatic, but it's true. So let's talk about it. There are quite a few factors that determine whether or not your sewing project is going to succeed or fail. But out of all those factors, there are a handful that I've learned from experience that you can get everything else right and fail on this, and it will sink your entire project. One of those things is fabric selection, meaning you have to get the right fabric for the project at hand. So I want to share with you 2 things that you can do, especially as a beginner, to make sure that you are always picking fabric that is going to help you succeed in all of your projects. And then I want to give you a quick overview of how we apply that real time to our sewing projects. Let's go. So the first thing that I want you to do is to find the recommended fabrics that the designer has specified with this sewing pattern package. Every designer knows what is best for each of the projects that they create, either by trial and error for that specific project, or they're also pulling from their knowledge of fabric in general. And so they know more or less what would and would not work for that project. So when they are making recommendations on what fabrics you should use, you should stick to that. That's it. As a beginner, you don't have enough knowledge base to know beyond that what will work and what won't. So sticking to this is the very first skill set that you will need to be able to pick the right fabric. The second thing that I want you to do is to pay attention to any additional detail that they are giving you about what fabric to pick. For example, do they want you to stick with woven fabrics, or are knit fabrics acceptable, but you can only pick moderate knit fabrics? Do they want you to pick heavyweight, midweight, lightweight fabrics? Do they want you to avoid stripes or vertical lines? Or are there simply additional instructions that they have if you are to pick those types of fabrics? Whatever the additional information is, make sure that you are paying attention to that, because those will also provide very, very important clues into what types of fabric you should be selecting. All right, guys, so what we have here is our Bohemian purse tote pattern from the Wear What You Make pattern collection, which is available inside of the Wear What You Make community. And I'll provide information on how you can get the sewing pattern below. All right, so what I have here is 2 that I've made. Now, this is a more medium weight, 100% cotton, and this is a medium to heavyweight canvas cotton duck. Now, the reason why I have 2 is because they serve 2 different functions. Now, as the designer of this bag, I do not personally know what you would be using the bag for, but I do know that people generally use tote bags for one of 2 reasons. Number one, they want something that is stylish and that can help express their personal style and their fashion. Or 2, they want something that is going to help them carry things that are heavy, which is why I have this one that is more of my personal style statement, and this one that is, I think it's cute, but it's also super functional. It's more durable, and it's going to help me carry those more heavy items while I'm walking about, doing my things throughout the day, etc., etc. And so likewise, when you are picking fabric for your individual projects, make sure that you keep the end goal in mind. Don't pick a lightweight fabric for something that you're intending to use that needs to be more durable. Not to say that this is going to fall apart after 3 or 4 uses. It hasn't. And I know that it's still going to serve me well for years to come, but I'm not going to be putting heavy items in this like I would this one and then expect it to still look great after however many years of wear and tear. So that concludes part 1 of our Fabrics Decoded series. Stay tuned by subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you can find out when we drop part 2. Now, if you need more help with fabric in general, or just you want to know more about how to pick the right fabric, come on inside of the Wear What You Make community. We do a deep dive on fabric and lots of other topics as it pertains to sewing. And we have 3-month passes available, free to you for 3 months at 3pass.wearwhatyoumake.com. The link will be provided below along with additional information that you might need for the beginning of your sewing journey. All right, guys, that's it. Until next time, be happy, keep sewing, and, well, wear what you make. We'll talk soon. Bye. That concludes our... That was really weird. It was really weird, and I don't understand why. That's rock trap, rock country trap. We do that here at Wear What You Make too, just in case you didn't know.